Hey, what's going on, guys? My name is Dr. Boyce Watkins. Welcome to drboycetv.com, the home for intelligent black people. So, Kim Kardashian and Kanye West are divorcing now, finally. Kim Kardashian and Kanye West just made the announcement recently that they are going to call it quits. And that's not a surprise. I talked to Kanye not too long ago, and it seemed like there was a lot going on with his money and with his life and everything else, and with politics and I saw this coming. But let me just break some of this down for you. I actually happen to be marrying a woman who happens to be a couples counselor, and her name is Dr. Alicia. How you doing today, baby?
I'm pretty good. How are you feeling?
I'm doing really good, really
This is
good.
terrible news, boys. I hate to see a couple go down like this, especially a couple. She seemed to be adjusting to his mental health issues. They've been through a lot together. They have 4 children together. You just hate to see a family break apart.
Yeah. Well, were you surprised?
Not surprised. Not surprised, but I mean, just because you file for divorce doesn't mean it's totally over. Maybe it's like,
It's over.
you think it's over?
Yeah.
Okay. It's just
Yeah.
not going to happen. Okay.
Yeah. Well, let me ask you guys this. What did you guys think? Did you think that it was going to be did you expect it to be in a divorce, or did you think that it was going to last? Give me a yes or no. Like, were you surprised or not? How about that? Were you surprised or not surprised? Melanie says, another Hollywood marriage ending. Why is this
Yeah.
a big deal? Well,
It is a big deal to me to see a marriage end. That's pretty bad. And, he struggled with some mental health issues. It seemed as if Kim seemed to be really supportive of that and understood, like, what that meant for their relationship.
so the Kardashian was a stable one, you think?
Was the state, well, we don't know what happens behind closed doors,
Yeah,
but
nobody knows.
they both seem to be supportive of each other.
Well, one of the things that I think is interesting about it. Well, first of all, just in terms of background, you remember when Kim was married for like a month to that one guy, the white guy.
Well, this is what, her third marriage, fourth marriage?
Is it her
How many
fourth?
times has she been married? I don't
I don't
remember.
know. Hey, y'all, how many times has Kim Kardashian been
I
married?
know she's been engaged at least 4 times, right?
Huh?
4 or 5 times.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I think what's interesting is, not just in terms of talking about what's going on with Kim and Kanye, but I see stuff like this, and I always say, okay, how do we make this about us and all of us? Those of us who are listening, those of us who want to get better from this. I think that there's something to be discussed in terms of just what happens when you're talking about the ending of a family and you've got so much money involved. There's some
Hmm.
lawyers out there licking their chops. There's some
Mm.
lawyers out there that are going to get crazy paid.
Well, I hope that the lawyers don't do that. I hope that they're able to sit down and work it out and talk to each other. You don't have to get a lawyer to get a divorce.
You don't?
You can sit down together and decide how you want to split everything up, and you can just decide amongst yourself. That's the best way to talk through lawyers. And you pay the lawyer. So what happens is the lawyer gets all the money and your family doesn't. So
Yeah.
it's so much better when you can just be amicable.
Well, the thing that people don't understand is that divorce is a major wealth killer. Like,
It can be.
that.
Well, for them they'll be fine, but
I mean,
you
they're
know.
gonna they're gonna have money. The question is,
Mhm.
how much are they gonna give away? I think that is, I think that's a question. Kim Kardashian's been married 3 times, by the way.
Oh, 3 times. I'm
Yeah.
sure a fact checker is out there checking the facts for us.
Yeah.
So, oh,
Chris
did you look it up?
Chris Humphreys.
Mhm.
They said 2011 to 2013. Damon Thomas from 2000 to 2004. So she married a brother, a white guy, and another brother. Why do Kardashians like the black dude so much? What's with that?
Oh, well,
Well, you can't
I have
blame
thoughts
them.
about that,
You
but
can't blame them. I mean, you like black guys, so we all,
oh, but
well, all black women like black men. Well, you like me. I'm your black guy. But
thank you.
if I wasn't here, it'd be another black dude. I mean, I'm sure at some
Well,
point.
I mean, I understand, but I think the biggest thing is it's devastating to get divorced, and hopefully they'll take some time to heal, and they probably feel hurt.
Hmm. Well,
It takes
somebody
time.
Equatorial Hub says it's time for our black men to stop the snow bunny crisis.
So maybe Kanye West will marry a black woman now. after
Yeah.
this.
Well,
Much longer. I mean, I hope he doesn't fall back into a relationship quickly. Take some time to get to know who you are first. But after, a while, hopefully he'll get back out. Yeah.
well, I remember when I talked to Kanye just one time. I talked to him on the phone once,
Mm-hmm.
and he told me he was worth $4 billion. That's what he said.
4 billion.
Yeah,
Oh, he'll be fine.
but I don't believe he's worth 4 billion. Forbes only said he's worth about 1.3 billion.
Well, he had a rationale for it, from what I heard.
It wasn't no rationale.
It made Kanye West made sense to me when because I was there, but
I'm gonna tell you, when I talked to Kanye, I really liked. He was a listener. I
yeah,
did not expect him to be as good of a listener as he is, and I think he cares about black people.
yeah, yeah.
In his own way. And I give him a lot of credit for being free enough to be his own man.
Oh, he's a genius.
Well, I
And
think.
sometimes when if you're married to a
Mm.
genius, you just have to get used to that,
Well,
the
you got
differentness.
to give the Kardashians credit for working what they got. I mean, she worked the hell out of that sex tape, didn't she?
Oh, that's how she got started.
Yeah, don't try this at home though. I mean,
I forgot. Isn't that amazing how I forgot all about that?
yeah, yeah, and
Yeah.
and it's unfortunate because a lot of other people have tried that. Like
Hmm.
Lawrence Fishburne's daughter tried to do that.
It didn't
It didn't
work.
work out for her. People just remember her as a porn star.
Well, I really like what Kim and her family's doing in terms of justice for Black people
They
to shed
I
light on
think they're
that.
doing a great job on criminal justice.
I love that.
I just wish that we would get past letting one person out of jail and act like that's like letting 10,000 people out. No, it's one person. It's one damn person. That's
Hmm.
symbolic. For every one person you let out, there's 10,000 that should be let out. You let a lot of them out, thousands of them. If any campaign that doesn't involve thousands of people, I don't want to hear about it.
Yeah, but they're raising awareness that there's a problem. And like the things that they say, they tried to work with Trump, right? They tried to work with
They did.
President
They
Trump
did.
and
They did.
to make some structural changes. Like you can't knock this family.
Well, I don't knock them. I
Uh
mean,
huh.
you know what? When I was impressed with the Kardashians was when we went to China. Remember we went to China and we saw that big underwear
Calvin
ad.
Klein.
It was a Calvin Klein underwear ad, and all the Kardashians were on this big sign in their underwear in the airport in the
They're
Shanghai
impressed.
airport.
That's an impressive family.
Well,
Very
they
impressive.
know how to make money. Kanye does too.
Yeah.
Kanye's got that big ranch, and our girl who's singing at our wedding, Victory Boyd, Victory.
Yes.
I'm so proud. Victory actually, I was at that industry party, and Victory actually announced that she became famous when I put her on my Facebook page. I swear to God, she
Oh,
said, and then all these industry executives, everybody's looking at me like I'm the power playing the music, and I'm like, I don't know how to make somebody famous in music, but literally, Victory Boyd was on our Facebook page and she
yeah.
blew up. Now she lives on Kanye's ranch and wrote 3 songs on Kanye's album.
Well, she calls it the secret place. Does she want you to say where it was?
Oh, was I
Whenever
not
I
supposed to
see it,
say
it
it?
says the secret place.
Oh gosh, I'm so sorry. I shouldn't have said that to you. But I love Victory. Victory's singing at our
Yeah.
wedding. Best singer of it. Oh my God.
Has she confirmed that she's singing at our wedding?
We gotta call her. I gotta
I
hit her.
have got to have her sing because um she's so talent. Well, I mean, you put it up on your Facebook page, but it was her talent that took it because you
Oh
put a
yeah.
lot of stuff on your
Yeah,
Facebook page.
I
So that,
didn't. Yeah, right. All right. I mean, if yeah, the talent's what got her over the top.
yeah.
I was just glad to play some small part in that because I think she's gonna be extremely famous, and she's working with Kanye, and they seem to like, they seem to have a great relationship.
Mhm.
Her
Mhm.
father was, so I think, but I think that with marriage, what I think about when I think about like this in divorce,
Mhm.
there's just a lot of wealth that gets lost, through divorce, and I think that people have to really think about that. Like if you marry somebody,
Mhm.
you gotta put money. You should invest in it the same way you would invest in a business. Like you start a
Oh
business,
yeah. Oh yeah.
if you start a business and you want your business to last, you have to invest a lot of money and time in that business to make it, or you're gonna lose everything. And
Mhm.
I feel like marriage should be seen as an institution, a business, instead of not just business, but
Oh
it's
no, I think it should. I think you should run your marriage like you run a business.
yeah, and
Yeah.
you invest in that. You got to protect that because if
Mhm.
you get a divorce, what happens is that you can lose a lot of energy, a lot of wasted time. because you're
Yes.
spending all your time fighting. You're not actually building anything. Also, you lose an ally. The person. So if you marry the right person, the person can help you. You can help each other. You can
Mm-hmm.
succeed better. Everything's better. But if you marry the wrong person, then that now you not only have somebody that's not helping you, but you got somebody that's getting in the way and jacking up your shit and taking your money, and you're like, and then you got to divorce ass and spend all this money like trying to get out of this broken terrible situation.
Yeah, but when you're in a situation like that, I think that like it's like whatever, however much money it takes to get out of it, I'll do it. I think some
Yeah,
people just like this is just a let that be a lesson learned.
yeah, well,
I don't see a failed relationship as everything is gone to hell. You know, I think a failed relationship is an opportunity to learn, to reflect, to see your part in that, and to be better for the next person.
well, I mean, a failed relationship is your opportunity to make another investment. You invest
Mm-hmm.
now, you
Mm-hmm.
invest in your resources to get the hell up out of there.
Yeah, and then once you're done, you gotta lick your wounds. You gotta look at yourself. You can be you in this moment.
Mm.
I had a wonderful time for you in this moment. I wish things had been better. I'm gonna move on. No hard feelings, no disrespect. Don't bash people because you're not together with that person anymore. But you just learn, you terminate so that you can be present for the next person and you don't have baggage.
Well, if you got kids, you go have baggage.
Well, you
Those little
change the relationship. The
children are
relationship
little
changes.
walking baggage.
Well, I don't that's not you could look at it like that, but you can also
Yeah.
look at it where our relationship is goodbye to you in this relationship, hello to you in the parenting. So
Hmm.
you parent together,
Yeah, I believe
you
everybody past
know?
a certain age has some kind of
But
baggage
there's no
where,
more romance, there's no more,
right, that part, that
the
part.
boundaries are there so that you can show up for the next person.
Yeah, I think
Mhm.
that part has to be adjusted. But I think overall, my theory. You want to hear my theory? I have a theory on relationships I came with today.
Oh,
You want to hear
okay.
it?
Whoa, but what is it? I'm
And
curious.
it's a beautiful unified theory that is not specific for romantic
Oh, are you
relationships. So
quoting string theory for us today,
yeah,
Boyce?
yeah, I'm about to break down
Particle
some.
theory?
I'm break down some quantum mechanics on your ass. You
Oh,
ready?
God. Okay, so what is it?
Here we
I'm
go.
curious.
Dr. Boy's quantum relationship theory, QRT.
Okay.
Um, I believe that every relationship that you have with every human being in your life should be evaluated. And you should evaluate that relationship based on whether or not it adds to your life or takes away. If it adds value to your life in some way that you care about, then you should double down, enhance, and reinvest in that relationship. If it takes away value, then you should distance yourself or terminate. It depends. Some people you got to distance. Some people you can terminate. Right? Like your mama, you might have to distance. You ain't gonna terminate your mama unless you're unless you're just real bad, or you're an asshole or she's an asshole. Right?
Uh-huh.
Most of the time we're not gonna terminate with a parent, so you can distance. Right? But that's what I believe, because I believe you're because the thing is, it's like a portfolio. Your relationships are like a
Oh,
portfolio.
you're talking about relationships in general. You're not talking about romantic
I'm talking
relationships.
about
You're just talking
all.
about
I'm talking about every.
people,
I'm talking about, yeah.
managing the people in your life.
Because all it is like you're
Hmm.
all in this thing together called life, and you got all these different characters in this movie, and you're the
Hmm.
star of the movie. So some characters need to get written out of the motherfucking script.
And it's okay. It does not have to be violent. It does not have to be
No,
messy.
it
It does
doesn't.
not have to be rude. It doesn't have to be, chaotic. It could just be a goodbye.
Well, sometimes it can be real simple,
Yeah.
slick. Like you ever watch a TV show, and you have a certain character where they'll like it'll be a sitcom, and
Uh-huh.
like one of the characters will like go visit their cousin for the whole season, and, and they'll reference the person. They'll be like, "Well, where's Sandy? Oh, she's visiting her cousin." And Sandy's really pissed, like in real life, because she's like, "That means I don't get to be on any of the episodes because they sent you to."
Oh, you
You
can
see that?
write somebody out of the
Yeah, they
episodes.
sent you to visit your cousin for a whole season, so you don't get paid. You're
Ah.
not in any of the episodes, but they're talking about you like you're really still a part of the show.
Oh, so you know what? Some people are coming to your life for a certain season or a certain chapter, and when that chapter ends, you move on to the next chapter. It's still part of your
Hmm.
book.
Yeah,
It's still in the book, but the chapter's over.
Yeah, and I think the Kanye Kim Kardashian chapter is over, but I think in
And their
general,
show is over. That's interesting because I think they
they ended
just
their show.
and I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna
Mm.
watch the final season.
Yeah, well, the
I
Kardashians.
am watching it.
I don't think they're terrible when it comes to business. Let me just tell you this. I know Jamarlin Martin, who created Bossip. And Jamarlin, I hope Jamarlin don't mind me sharing this because I think this is public information. But Kim Kardashian, when she originally got her first, like, 10 minutes of fame on Bossip when she was trying to
Oh.
blow up. And they were very impressed with the way Kim would follow up with them every day and be like, here's something that's happening. You guys may want to cover this,
Hmm.
or she was real. She was real, like, she played chess with it. She was like, yeah, so and so just called me a big slut. So I think that would be a good story for you to cover. Like, she did not give.
Oh, that is so they're brilliant, is what they
Well,
are.
I wouldn't call them. With brilliant.
That's strategic. That's really impressive.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you what, it's all about kind of like there are people that play chess in life and people that
Wow.
play checkers. And I give Kim and Kanye credit for being extraordinary chess players in their own way.
Hmm.
Like, because I
Hmm.
remember when Kanye first became a rapper, and I was like, who is this guy, Kanye West? And I
Hmm.
swear he was on CNN, and he said, I'm gonna take over the rap game. He said, if my lyrics are half as good as my beats,
Hmm.
I'm gonna take over the game. And I'll be damned if 20 years later,
Hmm.
20 years,
Yeah.
this guy did not take over the game. You got to give him credit for that.
Yeah, well, I'm a little worried about Kanye. I'm going to be honest with you because where he is a genius in the music business, I kind of wonder about his stability.
Yeah.
And
Hmm.
I feel like the Kardashians, or Kim in particular, may have been a source of support for him. And so I hope that he can galvanize a group of people around him to support him through this time.
Well, I mean, he's famous, so I hope it means he has a few friends.
Yeah,
You know.
hopefully he's in some sort of treatment. Hopefully he will take his meds or whatever sort of things he's adhering to help his mental health. Like, I just hope that that remains because we don't want to see him spiral
Well, I definitely feel like
out.
when his
Hmm.
mom left, when his mom wasn't here,
His mom was tough.
that kind of you kind of lost a lot there. But
Yeah.
but I don't know. I don't want to put the cold crazy tag on him though, because
No, I'm
you
not
never
doing that,
because
but I
you've heard. I
just,
mean, you see people that will complain about being in the Kardashian family too. Like they do something crazy to those black men.
what is it? I have thoughts on that. I'm not going to share it.
They witches.
Well, I have thoughts on it. Anyway, but, but, it's just important. He needs his support system. Or I think that he will not handle this sort of stress well because it could be triggering mama issues. Lost his mother, he's
Yeah.
losing his wife, and possibly contact with his children in some sort.
Mm. Well,
you know
I think that's the part.
those beautiful children.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I know in this day and age, if I was having a child with a woman, I would literally get a contract that says, you have to let me see my child. Like if I
Good
was,
grief, you got trust issues, Boyce.
hell yeah. If somebody take, I'm serious. Like I'm so glad. I mean, I had my daughter when I was 18, and me and my mom never got married. And I'm just telling you, I think everybody out here that's listening, if you have a baby with somebody, protect your rights while the relationship is good.
Oh, goodness.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
mean,
Because I know too many guys. I know too many guys out here right now hurting, mad,
yeah.
trying to see their kids, can't see their damn kids, and nobody talks about it. Everybody wants to act like the black men are the demons, the bad guys. That ain't true.
Wait,
Like,
who says the black men are bad?
there are people to give me a yes or no in the chat if you have seen rhetoric where people act like it's always the man's fault. Like if a man can't see his kids, it must be because he doesn't deserve to see his kids. He was a bad husband, a bad boyfriend.
I haven't seen.
Yeah,
I'm not saying it's
watch how
not.
many yeses. Hey y'all, I need y'all to put a
I'm
yes in
not
the
saying it's
chat
not
if
their
you've
voice.
seen the chatter about that.
Gosh.
Well, there, look at that. Look, R.C. Smith, Stephen Daniels, who's it? McLeod Delano, Dylan, Mama Zeke. Look at that. Look at that. Enrique. Look at all the yeses. Look at all the. I need to help her. She don't believe me.
I
She's
do. I believe you, but look, I mean, fathers have rights.
yes, they do,
You
and we
know,
don't protect
and
fathers'
I
rights.
and I don't.
Fathers deserve to see. I hate it. You know what I hate?
Okay.
I'm being triggered right
Yeah,
now.
you are getting triggered, so calm down a little bit.
Okay.
Okay, go
All
ahead.
right, deep breath. You know what I hate?
Hmm.
I hate it
Hmm.
when somebody tries to convince me and explain to me why a father doesn't have the right to see his child. Now,
Yeah.
don't get me wrong. If he's a killer or he's on dope, I understand that, but
Even if he's a killer, you know, you can't keep. Even if a man is abusive to the mother, they don't assume that he's going to be abusive to the child, and he still has custody rights. It doesn't make a difference how he treats the mother.
I hope so.
At least that's how it is in Illinois. I don't know how it is in other states, but I'm very familiar with that because I have clients that deal with that all the time in Illinois.
Well, I'll tell you, that's a pet peeve
that's
of
how it
mine,
is here.
because I'm speaking on behalf of all the brothers I've heard from who
Yeah,
want to see their children. Like
I'm not gonna say that I don't see that in my practice. I see all sorts of things like that, and you counsel them on their rights. You know, parental alienation is real. And usually the father is on the receiving end of being alienated because the mother could be saying things to them that could be, you know, detrimental to the relationship of their child. And it's abusive. It's terrible.
Yeah, and I think that men, I really think that the power shifts, and I feel that when the father's not in the house anymore, he loses a lot of power.
Yeah.
So if I was young and I was deciding which type of women I would lay down with, I would ask her, how do you feel about the role of the father in the life of the child? So if the mother grew up, you know, either without a daddy at all, or doesn't think daddies matter, or thinks there's an excuse to take a child away from their father, I would not even sleep with that woman. Because somebody takes your kids away. I mean, you know, that's just not, that ain't cool, and that happens way too much. You know, because the false narrative is that the fathers are just inadequate and unworthy. And it's like, who the hell are you to decide if I'm worthy of seeing my kids?
Well, you know, I think things are getting better. I'm a little more optimistic because in Illinois, I can talk about Illinois. It's if husband and wife is getting divorced, the default is shared custody.
Well,
the default used to be the mom gets the custody, and it's not like that. The default is shared custody. So it's not like how things are getting better. I mean, I'm a little more optimistic than you are.
Well, well, God, well, you know what?
I am. I am.
Well, look at this. Look, Swotek says, fathers get screwed in America. I'm a senior software engineer with zero record. I have twin daughters and their mama, who I dated in college. To this day, I fight in the courts to see them. And I think
awful.
And maybe that's what it is, right? Maybe it's like you want to have kids with somebody where you're not going to have to fight in court.
Yeah. Well, see, it's different if you've been married. If you've been married and get divorced, like that's different from just a baby mama or a baby daddy. Like, it's not the same.
Yeah. Well, anyway, enough of that. It was great talking to you all. So we started off with Kim and Kanye, but as always, we always go back to you. I'd rather talk about you than talk about celebrities, but I thought this was interesting, and I wish Kim and Kanye the best. Anything you want to say before we go?
It's just tough to end a relationship that's been so. How long have they been married? It seems like they've been married quite some time, and it's just unfortunate to see them end like that. Or any marriage to end. You would hope that people would do whatever they can to be committed to the relationship so that they can work on it. And I mean, it can improve. I've seen relationships where you think, oh my God, this will never work. But if you work on it, it will improve. Yeah.
Well, you know, I think the best comment I've seen is from Thomas Orr. He says the children are the ones who end up suffering because of it. And I agree. I think at the very least, if we're talking about trying to improve our relationships, to improve our community, we got to at least do it for our kids, you know, because whatever it is, it doesn't matter at the end. It's almost like when the Democrats and Republicans fight, America suffers.
Yeah.
But all the Democrats and Republicans care about is that
winning. They care about winning. They don't care about anything else.
Yeah, and
I'm gonna win, you're gonna lose.
And they also feel like it doesn't matter if America goes to hell in a handbasket, as long as you blame the other party. Yeah. As long as you agree that it's their fault, then it's okay. But no, it's both of y'all's fault, because y'all need to figure out a way to get along.
Yeah, and in relationships, if you turn your partner into the enemy and all you care about is winning, I win over you and you can't win over me, never gonna work.
That is true. That is true. Well, by the way, that's Alicia's website. She's actually on her way to coach some couples.
Oh wait! You gotta teach I'm booked.
Oh, you're
I
totally
don't know.
booked,
I don't think
so
I
you
can
can't
take
take
any
any
more
more
people.
clients. Oh, okay, okay. Well,
I
she
wait. I have a waiting list though.
yeah, okay. Well, there you go. So there, she does actually do real couples therapy, and she has a real license in this. I'm just the guy who runs his mouth. I have a PhD in finance, so on issues like love and money, I'm pretty good with that too. And I think I know a little bit about life. But anyway, we have a YouTube channel called the Black Love Channel. That's the URL. You can go there if you like relationship kinds of conversations, and also if you're interested in love and money, we have a whole curriculum at the blackloveblueprint.com. It's a really great program. The first month is free. So if you're into those sorts of things, feel free to go take a look. Remember, managing your relationships is really important for your success. So learn how to get along with people. There are books out there, there are therapists out there. You like get over your shit so you can actually be successful. If you don't, then you'll end up having problems for the rest of your life. So God bless you. Have a good day. I'll talk to you soon. Peace.